Now, let's talk about Mercury. Mercury is, let's talk about the exaltations first, and the falls, and the rulership, which is the home, and the away, which is the debilitation, which is the uncomfortable of it. Okay, Mercury, shoot. Mercury is exalted in Virgo, falls in Pisces. Mercury rules Gemini. They want to say it also rules Mercury, but that's either here or there. And it falls in Sagittarius. Now, if you want to say Mercury rules Virgo also, then it's going to be away in Pisces. But a lot of Mercury and Pisces people I come across, I don't see it like that. You know what? I really don't even see Mercury being a home as the rulership to Virgo, because I came across a lot of Virgos who has Mercury and Virgos, and I came across a lot of dumb Virgos that got Mercury and Virgo, and I'm thinking, like, why is this person so dumb that they got Mercury and Virgo? And to the point I came into and they were smart in a lot of other areas, but in areas that don't allow me to apply Mercury. So as a rulership, like, here's an example. The difference between an exaltation and a rulership. And I go deeper into this when you want to go to my other videos. But go to my other video when I'm explaining the only aspiration between this the exaltation and the fall, and the rulerships as the home, and the debilitation as the away. I get into a video just about that. But here's why I don't think Mercury rules Virgo. I just think it's exalted here. And here's why. Because when something is a rulership, it's at home. And when it's away, it's debilitated. So look, when something is at home, it doesn't care. It does what it does, and it's accepted. But the thing with Mercury and Virgos is, like, when a person, they never feel comfortable with the details. They might get a lot of details, and they're masters at it. Like, they're masters at the senses. Like, the senses, which common sense, which all earth signs deal with. But Mercury but Virgo has a special need. They love their senses. So if you want to talk about senses, let's talk about taste, touch, hearing, seeing, smelling. Now, we do that on Earth, but Earth signs know how to do that metaphysically also. So, like, that's just like if you're trying to impress a Virgo girl, right? You're trying to impress a Virgo. Say you ain't got shit, but you trying to impress her because you wearing your friend chain, you got your friend phone, all this shit, and you trying to make it seem like it's yours. Now, a fire sign, you come across a fire girl, she's gonna like what you doing. She may sense something ain't right here, so intuitively she gonna be curious and to see if you got it. So she's gonna, like, go along with what you doing because she's excited about you kind of putting something, like, it's like inspiring a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying? You showing inspiration to look like something, you know what I'm saying? So she's gonna go with that because she's a fire sign, but she's gonna have a sense of, let me see if this real. Water sign, they're gonna feel why you're doing that. They're gonna be like, oh, this person's trying to impress me if this person doing that. So water signs could be moody. So this girl, she might look at you like, it depends on if she's on it. If she's on it that day, she's gonna see how far it can go, just to see why you the type of person that you feel like you need to do that. So the water chick, if she's on your team, you may be thinking like, yeah, she on my team because of this, but in her head, she might just be trying to see how far you may go, because she just might be trying to see why you do that. And if you're not ugly, she's gonna go with it, you know what I'm saying? But just to see why you do that, you know what I'm saying? An earth sign is gonna look at this. An air sign is gonna look at this, and she gonna look at you like he's flossing and stuff like that. And then she's gonna start thinking about something else. And you're gonna have to keep her attention. So you're gonna have to overdo it or not overdo it. to have her think like, oh, why he ain't flashing in front of me no more, or to have her think like, why is he over flashing in front of me, and just to keep her and to have thoughts, and she's gonna talk to you and try to pick your brain of why you doing this and why you not doing that. So that's like like community airheads, communicative. So that's what she's gonna do. I don't want people to think when I say airhead like it's a negative thing. Airhead is positive things in being an airhead too, because a lot of times when somebody trying to make you depressed, and if you're an airhead, they can't, because you hear and hear, and like what they're talking about is bullshit. It's like, dude, I'm not here to listen to your problems. Fuck out my face. Air's trying to tell you that real fast. Now, Earth. Reason why we're talking about Earth right now, and Virgos are masters of the senses, metaphysical senses also. So a person, she's going to look at this dude flossing, and she's going to be able to sense why he's doing that, and she's going to be able to sense if he got it like that or not. So she gonna look at it like he's flossing, he over flossing, that nigga ain't got shit. And the earth signs know this. The senses, man, the senses is potent in earth signs. And not just physical senses, like the taste, smell, the metaphysic senses, period. This is earth signs are the senses. Before a tree can grow, it has the sense that it can grow. So it has the sense that the sun is out. It has the sense when it's raining. It has the sense, it senses these things before it happen. So when it happen, it opens up the nurturance of it, the nutrients of it, and the nurturing aspects of it. And then the senses could all come together, which is the fire, water, earth, and those are the earth senses itself, and come together. And you know what I'm saying? So when I look at this, I see that as an exaltation, because Virgos know how to sense behind the scenes and also the senses. Now, when you want to talk about the Mercury being home here, it's not home here, because the thing is this. A Virgo won't even do something unless they got all the details behind it. See, Gemini doesn't necessarily need all the details behind something to do it, but the intellectual power that Mercury gives them, they have the intellectual power to learn on the way, to learn as they go, as they do it. Virgos don't do that. See, they don't do that. So I don't like to see Mercury as home here. Because at home, they wouldn't care about they'd be doing the details along the way. But a lot of Virgos are very, like you got a lot of Virgos who they're going to eat right, everything. They're not going to fuck with it. And then if they decide to eat something that they don't usually eat, because they feel like they may get fat or something like that, they're going to be like, boom, time to take a break. They broadcast that. When a lot of other signs don't give a fuck about shit like that. They're going to be like, if I want to eat that shit today, I'm going to eat it. Virgo's not like that. And Gemini eat something that they know they're not supposed to eat, but along the way they learn that they're not supposed to eat it while eating it, and then they learn a moderation aspect about it, which could keep them in a harmonious aspects with it. Virgos don't do that. See, they don't do that. So I don't like to say home. I don't like to say that. I don't like to say that. I just like to say the exaltation. The exaltation is Mercury. I don't really want to even put that like Virgo has a ruler. And if it does, that's another video. I'm not even gonna put that in. But we're gonna say exalt. So the fall of Virgo is Pisces. That's the fall of Virgo. That's the lowest point. So Pisces. So how does display in Pisces and Mercury people? You know, like they might not know how to intellectually explain themselves, but they know how to explain themselves perfectly in art or something that deals with express yourself other than just telling somebody. You might write a letter. You might text somebody. But that's always going to be better for a Mercury and Pisces person than a Mercury and Virgo person, which is the exaltation. I don't like to say rulership because they cancel out a lot of rulership shits. And it helps anyway because they like to say it's the ruler and the exaltation, but bullshit. I'm here to separate. I can tell you the difference between exaltation and rulership. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I come in. And Mercury is like the details. They give better detail qualities to Virgo. You know what I'm saying? As in the other earth signs, Taurus, they don't really care about details like that. And Capricorn do a little bit, but they just learn it to apply it with something. Taurus don't give a fuck about details. They just give a fuck about obtaining and using the time to obtain what they're gonna obtain with their possession. And they love their possessions, and they feel good. Like, they might not tell you I love you, but if they give you something that they like, that they love, which is the Venus aspect behind them, that's their way of showing you they love you. And you gonna feel that energy because they have Venus. So anything that they get, that they want, and that they go get, they got a special wideness of love that any other sign don't have for it. And they might not even know that they doing that, but that's the energy they're carrying. So it's like Mercury helps with the intellect. Mercury is the mind. Mercury is the how you put together what you thinking. You know what I'm saying? Your moon sign is what you thinking. Mercury is how you put it together to express, to put it out. You know what I'm saying? Personally. You know what I'm saying? So it's how you put it together. So it's like, say your moon is in a water sign, so you got these deep emotions, and say your Mercury is in an air sign. You think about deep emotional stuff, but you communicate it all the damn time. If your Mercury was in a fire sign, you inspired by it all the time. You inspired by your own damn thoughts. You know what I'm saying? If your Mercury is in the earth sign, then you put your thoughts into practical use. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put it into practical use. You know what I'm saying? If your Mercury is in a water sign, then you are emotionally connected to what you're thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you're emotionally connected to what people may got to say to you. Like, you may take a lot of things personal if your Mercury is in a water sign. You may take a lot of things personal because what you're gonna do is, dealing with Mercury, you're gonna put things together in your mind on an emotional state. Then when someone says something to you, if they're not emotional and someone says something to you, that's the only way you know how to put it together. So you're gonna put it together emotionally, and when you're dealing with emotionals, you're liable to jump into programs where you take things personally. You know what I'm saying? And Mercury deals, like, let's get into a little yang, because I didn't even do that for this one. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, so the sun favors it. So if you have a harmonious or not harmonious aspect with your Mercury and your sun, this is going to be most prominent shown. And Mercury is one of your personal planets. So when it's in reactions with the sun, this is how you communicate your sun, moon, and rising. So it's like harmonious or inharmonious aspect. This is going to be the most awareness of people can see from you. So a lot of people may see your Mercury sign, you know what I'm saying, and call you by your Mercury sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may be, this is why Aquarius is not a water sign, right? But it's the water barrier, right? But it's an air sign, right? But a lot of Aquarius may come across emotional, and then when people look at them like, man, why you so emotional? They don't know why you look at them like that. And a lot of times this may be because their Mercury may be in Pisces. And Mercury can only be 28 degrees away from the sun. You know what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, if you're an Aquarius, your Mercury is either Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces. Now, if a person come across emotional, but you know they're an Aquarius, or you trying to guess what they are, and they coming across emotional, you like, why is this dude emotional? But the way they're communicating their emotional instabilities, like they just going on and on and on, and you like, damn, why does this nigga keep talking about his fucking problems? Is he a water sign? And then you ask him, you like, man, what is you? And he'd be like, I'm an Aquarius. And you start thinking like, why is he like that? You have to first think that he's communicating a lot. That's the Aquarius aspect. The things he's communicating, his Mercury the way he's putting it together, it seems emotional. Believe me, in their head it's not. But to you, it's going to seem like that. That's because their Mercury is in Pisces. That's for an Aquarius. Their Mercury is in the Pisces. You know what I'm saying? You catch a Libra always coming across emotional. Their Mercury is in Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But Scorpio is a little different than Pisces. But you catch a Gemini always coming across. Like, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? They always caring. Alright, say you come across a Gemini. Let me distinguish these waters off the bat. Say you come across a Gemini and they always caring, and then they start seeming like they care about stuff that you don't know why they care about it. Like, you may be running around like, damn, I don't give a fuck about that. And it's something that happened to you. And then you got this Gemini by you, and they always saying, man, but man, you alright about that? Do you care about that or stuff like that? You be like, damn, this is Gemini. Why you keep it? The Mercury is in Cancer, and that's like the nurturing. That's like the nurturing sign anyway. So it's gonna put nurturing water elements to help the Gemini. Now Libras, they're gonna come across. They might complain emotionally, but then get real quiet too and secretive, and you might be like, and then these are the people who might want to always jump on the fact that they did something for you. Like, if they did something for you, these are the Libras with Mercury's and Scorpio. These are people who wanna sit here, and soon as there's people around, they want to talk about what they done for you, so other people can see it too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the Libra aspect is creating the relationship to communicate with people as air. So as soon as people get around, the things that they're going to communicate is from a water base, Mercury and Scorpio. And since Scorpio is Scorpio and it has Scorpio qualities, the way it is exerted through the Mercury, you're going to communicate. It's almost like you want the power, you want to be in charge. So you say you gave this person something, you gave this person a shirt. And then when y'all was together, you made them feel real appreciative, like, and you made them feel like you really wanted to do that for them. So there, you got this person looking at you like, yeah, I fuck with this dude. He just wanted to help me out. Now, as soon as people come around, you want to be like, yeah, man, I can't be helping everybody out, man. I don't like helping everybody and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I only do that for my nigga right here, because he needed a shirt. He really needed a shirt. So I'm only going to do that for this person because he needed a shirt. Now, that Libra going to kick in not even thinking, because this is an airhead. It's an air quality. It's going to kick in not thinking about the emotional state that you putting this person in. Now, this person like, I ain't even want everybody to know he gave me this shirt. And I know he don't mean nothing by it, but he making it seem like I needed this shirt. Like, I really don't even want this shirt no more. Like, he kind of trying to play me. That Libra in his head is not thinking it's trying to play you, because it's an airhead. It's just communicating what they feel. But what they feel, unfortunately, is a water sign. The way they putting it together is in a water sign Scorpio. So he might be saying, like, I did this guy, he really need that. He ain't got much. He ain't got nothing, so I had to give him a shirt. And in their head, they think they doing that, but they putting it together like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, damn, for real? You know what I'm saying? And you can't really say nothing, because when y'all was by themselves, you gave that Mercury and Scorpio person the power over you, the dominion over you, by you appreciating that. Now, there's nothing wrong with appreciating, but you have to watch people and watch energies that they carry to see what they communicating and see how they move, because you can put yourself in a position where you have no choice but for other people to look at you lower than this person, and you won't be able to speak up about it because it's from a genuine place anyway. You know what I'm saying? So what's going to happen is this. To show a different side, you will have to act on it. You have to use your sun and your moon. Everybody has balancing the shit out though, but it's just harder for others than others. You know what I'm saying? So Mercury, that's how Mercury can play. You know what I'm saying? Mercury is playful, it's very fast, and it deals with the intellect. When you witness something, you end up having 5 thoughts, 10 thoughts, 11 thoughts, 12 thoughts, 100 words in your head pop up. That's Mercury. Mercury is fast. It circles around the fastest and all that. So it's fast. You know what I'm saying? It's the closest to the sun. You know what I'm saying? So these is the quickest things you're gonna think. When you think about something using your moon sign, and then you're trying to put it together to understand it, you have all these things going at one time for you to put it together. That's Mercury. The quickness of Mercury. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Hermes. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Boots. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the Gemini twins, the Apocs. I ain't even gonna get into all them. All these people. I'm just gonna go do videos and show you what energies I'm working with. Cause the area I'm in, I have access to every goddess, every angel, every demon, every being. I have and these get manifested. Like my videos might not. These might not be necessarily areas you can actually go visit. Like you could be like, man, I'm about to go Youngstown, visit the area Dolo just did a video in. That might not happen. Sometimes I'll be in different spheres of realities. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just might take my cameraman and he might be the only person that see this. And then we might leave. That shit might not never be there before. Might not never be there again. Like it's been times I drove past gas stations